She handed her the bottle and told her to pull up her skirt, and then she said to put it up her.
Come on, you can do better than that.
Ow! Ow! What the hell is going on?
At the woman's command, a boy grabbed the girl and cruelly dragged her away. No matter how many times the girl apologized, it made no difference. What awaited her was a dark and merciless imprisonment. The story begins in the summer of 1965. The girl's name was Sylvia, and her parents worked at an amusement park. She also had a younger sister named Jenny. One day, their parents had to travel out of town for work, leaving the sisters with no one to look after them. Their father wanted to send them to their grandfather's place, but their mother disagreed. With no other option, they found a place for the girls to stay at a woman's home named Gertrude. Gertrude was a divorced woman raising 7 children on her own. Sylvia's father did not want the girls to stay there at first, but when he saw the desperate look in Gertrude's eyes, he softened. In the end, they agreed on a boarding fee of $20 per week. The peace did not last long. By the 3rd week, the agreed-upon day came, but Gertrude still had not received the check from Sylvia's parents. Furious, she sent the sisters down to the basement. She forced them to lie across a trunk and whipped them repeatedly. Jenny collapsed to the ground in pain. When Gertrude tried to pull her up to keep whipping her, without hesitation, Gertrude lashed the whip down on Sylvia instead. After it was over, the sisters prayed together. If the check still did not arrive the next day, what awaited them would be far worse than whipping.
What happened to you?
Oh my God.
They did this to you?
I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry I left you there.
We spoke to Jenny on the phone last week. She said everything was fine.
She's scared of her. And we gotta get back.
Gertrude pinned Sylvia down, lifted her shirt, wrote a line of words on her stomach with a pen, and then heated a wire red-hot with a lighter. Sylvia knew what was about to happen and begged non-stop, but it made no difference. Halfway through, Gertrude turned to the chubby boy and forced him to come over and finish carving the rest of the words. The other children nearby asked curiously what had been written, and the boy told them.
It says I'm a prostitute. I'm proud of it.
In that instant, the screams seemed to echo across the entire world. That night, Laura helped Sylvia escape from the basement, but they were discovered by Gertrude. Laura blocked her, allowing Sylvia to stumble out and run. On the way, Sylvia ran into the chubby boy, who took her to find her parents. When her parents saw what had been done to their daughter, they were devastated. Thinking of Jenny still trapped there, they returned to Gertrude's house. When the door was opened, Sylvia saw her own body lying motionless on the floor. In truth, Sylvia had already died on the night the words were carved. Everything that followed was her final, most beautiful hope before death, cruelly extinguished by them. When people wanted to call the police, Gertrude claimed Sylvia was only pretending to be dead. At that moment, the chubby boy's conscience awakened, and he ran outside to call the police. Soon, the police arrived. In court, all the children told the full truth of what had happened. Gertrude tried to sacrifice the children to protect herself and insisted she knew nothing. She claimed the children were lying. In the face of overwhelming evidence, Gertrude was sentenced to life in prison. This was a real historical case, and the reality was far more brutal than what the film portrayed.
Are you gonna lie to me again?
No, Gertie.
Are you gonna steal in this household?
I didn't steal from you, Gertie.
Are you gonna call your parents and whine that Gertie doesn't treat you right?
No, man.
The other children were terrified, yet not a single one dared to speak. Sylvia's painful screams carried outside the house and reached the neighbors' ears, but they assumed it was simply a mother disciplining her child.
Okay, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. I'm gonna put some ice on that.
That day, Gertrude was out on a picnic with her young boyfriend. By accident, she learned the truth about her eldest daughter Paula's pregnancy from him. Instead of reflecting on her own crimes, she grew even more disgusted with Sylvia. In her twisted mind, she believed Sylvia was the true source of all the rumors and scandal. Out of kindness, the young boyfriend warned Sylvia to leave and not get caught between Gertrude and the children. But this scene was seen by Gertrude. Once paranoia takes root, it often leads only to deeper mistakes. She became convinced that the promiscuous Sylvia was trying to seduce her young boyfriend. The malice in her heart finally found an outlet. Even more perverse abuse followed.
She handed her the bottle and told her to pull up her skirt, and then she said to put it up her.
Come on, you can do better than that.
Ow! Ow! What the hell is going on?
You've told us 4 different versions. At this point, regardless of what the truth is, the only thing we know for sure is that you have told us at least 3 lies.
What do you think should happen? to someone who would lie about something like this?
She had just turned 18. Only a few days earlier, she had experienced the darkest moment of her life. After moving from a foster home into an apartment run by a public welfare organization, she was assaulted while asleep at night. She chose to call the police immediately. When the first officer arrived, he asked her to describe what happened. The level of detail in his questions made Mary feel deeply uncomfortable.
Was the penetration with his penis or his fingers?
Not his fingers.
The attacker had worn gloves and threatened Mary with a knife. He tied her hands behind her back with her shoelaces and forced her to wear a blindfold. Mary tried to stay calm as she described all of this. Soon after, 2 more detectives arrived and asked her to tell the story all over again. That still wasn't the end. When they took Mary to the hospital for a physical exam and evidence collection, the doctor asked her once again to describe the assault.
Again, I already told the cop. 2 cops.
After leaving the hospital, she was taken to the police station. Detective Parker asked her about the details for the 4th time. By then, Mary was already feeling mentally exhausted and disoriented. Detective Parker also looked into Mary's background and spoke with her current foster mother. According to her foster mother, Mary was a child who liked to seek attention.
Marie! Hey, get off the table! Marie, there are children present! Enough! Off the table, right now. Right now!
Just a whole lot of what I call look at me behavior.
Combined with the foster mother's statements, Parker began to form a troubling thought. Could it be that Mary had made up the story of being assaulted in order to gain more attention and care from those around her?
I was kidnapped.
The truth!
I was raped.
Sick lies.
I've been through hell.
How can you even look me in the eye?
Why won't you believe me? Why won't you believe me?
At 2:30 a.m., a girl named Lisa finishes her night shift and rides her bike home. Suddenly, a car speeds past her on the road. She instinctively turns her head to look, only to see the car make a sudden U-turn toward her. Lisa feels uneasy because she just saw news about a dangerous criminal roaming the city at night. Just as fear takes over, the car suddenly accelerates, passes her again, and drives away. Lisa lets out a sigh of relief, thinking she is finally safe. But at the next intersection, she is shocked to see the same car parked in a dark corner. At first, she assumes it is just a coincidence. Then he notices the driver's seat is empty, and panic instantly sets in. Before she can react, a large man suddenly appears from the side. She has no time to escape as he forces her into the car. Strangely, Lisa does not fight back. She allows the man to cover her eyes, knowing that survival is her only priority. She understands that staying alive and bringing the criminal to justice is far harder than giving up.
Whoever taught you was real good. You must have a boyfriend.
Despite what she endures, Lisa remains calm and focused. Even with her eyes covered, her mind works at full speed. Through a small gap in the blindfold, she notices an English logo inside the car. These small, seemingly unimportant details later become the key evidence against the attacker.